for shopping at the Home Depot.
We got everything that we needed, just left Home Depot, and we're gonna go back home and finish mounting this tank now. We got these bad boys, so stay tuned for when we get back. All right, everybody, just made it back home. I'm gonna make the video for replacing this bleach tank right here, just so y'all can kind of see how I did it, because it has a crack in it. And I don't know if I can show y'all. Roscoe's right here. He's gonna go to the bathroom. But the crack is somewhere, it's somewhere right around in here. I can't really tell. But it's pretty much irreparable. So we're just gonna replace the tank. And we just got one that's the same size. And luckily the guy was nice enough to go ahead and install, he didn't install the fitting, but he cut the hole for me already in there. So that's nice. So what I'm gonna do is try and install it now. So I'll clip y'all in and you can kind of just see the process. I'm also gonna want to transfer what's in here into the new tank, but I'm gonna clear all this out and I'm gonna rinse out the new tank because it has the drill bit, or it has this plastic in it from the drill bit, and I don't want that being pulled through the system. And then what we're gonna do is we'll take this fitting off of here, and it has a drop tube and everything in there, and we'll take all that out. We'll put it in the new tank, install it, then I'll take the hose part of it out. I have a bunch of extra hose in here so I can drop it in different tanks, but I'll take this part out of the new one, put it in here, and drain all this liquid out of here. So that's what we're gonna be doing here. I'm gonna clip y'all in, and Roscoe's gonna stay here and watch with me, aren't you? My happy boy. He's just happy I'm home. Him's happy I'm home. You're happy I'm home. Dang, look, I had this from the job. I was gonna jimmy rig some stuff to try and get that hole plugged, but I didn't end up doing that. So hold on, I'm clipping y'all in here. Actually, I'll be right back. I'm gonna start this in 1 second. We're back, y'all. So I'm gonna clear out this area, and then we're gonna pull out the new tank and rinse it off and everything. So let's clean our workspace. All this got covered in bleach earlier because unfortunately it was spilling everywhere. So all this wood is stained. I will say, if I were to build a trailer again, what I would do is definitely coat the wood in something. I didn't do that. I thought about doing it. I regret not doing it. So that's my opinion on that. So if you have a blank trailer and you haven't started a build yet, then go ahead and just like treat the stain the wood or whatever. I've heard even like use motor oil or something. I've heard there's a couple options, but see how it's all turning white right here? That's from it spilling. It was leaking bad earlier. I don't know if I got a clip of it like pissing out, but in here it was all pissy. She was all pissy. What I'm gonna do is fill this up with some water. And I'll put this in the tank to rinse that new tank out, because it got quite a bit of plastic shards and fittings. Not fittings. I don't know why I keep saying fittings, but it got plastic in it. You know what I'm saying? We don't really want that. So what we're gonna do is we'll rinse it out. We'll rinse it out. But we don't have to do that right this second. No, don't. He's thinking that's water for him. That has bleach in it. No, sir. Last thing I need you doing. That is the last thing that I need you to do. Okay, we'll pull these boots off. My hands are gonna get all nasty here, but Lauren wanted us to have a free day tomorrow, and I would be spending tomorrow doing this, so I figured I could just do it. Do it now. Do it today. Let's see the best we can do with like trying to wipe up some of this. Like, that wood is just weathering, so the sooner I handle all this, the better. Especially because you can see it's like it was dripping down through here, and I just don't want it rusting out everything, you know what I'm saying? So the longer you let the problem go, the worse it'll get. And it was getting pretty bad, honestly. The job I did the day before yesterday. I don't think that video's come out yet, but it was just starting. I pulled up to the job and I could see that it was like, it looked like it was leaking. I thought I might have sloshed it around and that bleach came out, but I was like, man, it kind of looks like there's a crack because the top was dry. And sure enough, now you can see there for sure was a crack. So then I went and filled up again today, and yeah, definitely a crack, because when I got to the second job, it was pouring out again, worse than before, like literally squirting. So we just gonna have to do what we can do. I don't know what tools I'll need over here, so I'm just gonna kind of eyeball everything. And then I'll pull out this new tank too. Dum, 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 dum. The tools. Okay, and then we'll pull this away. Don't need this. I don't know what that extra tube is. I don't think we'll need that either. But what I think I'll do is I'll undo the top of this. Undo this. So I'll need a screwdriver for the hose clamp. This might actually work, not 100% sure. A screwdriver for the hose clamp, which this should work. Okay, and then I think that's good. Let's get this tank out of here too. Here she is. See, he drilled the hole for me already, which is nice. Very nice, thank you, sir. So that saved me a ton of time here, because part of the video was gonna be me having to figure out how. Well, I did it before on my first tank, but you know what I'm saying? I'd have to find that drill bit again. I think I have it in the truck somewhere, but this will be just so much easier. So I'm thankful that he did that for me. And what I'm gonna do here is rinse out this tank and get this thing ready. I don't know if y'all can see down in here, but down in there there's a bunch of like shrapnel from when the drill bit drilled, and you don't want your tank pulling all that in. So what I'll do here is pour this in, rinse it out, and pour it out. But now that I'm thinking about it, I had a bunch of bleach in here, and I don't really want to do it like that. So what I think I can do is, how do we want to do this? What's the best way? I have a pressure washer right there, you know what I'm saying? I think I'll power that on real quick. Just don't have much water in it. How would y'all do this? Let me know how y'all would do it. I think I'm fine to just, like I said, pour this in here. I just don't want Roscoe drinking and tracking all this water. That's really why I don't want to do it this way. But just need enough to fill the bottom up. I'll pour it up. Okay. I'm good with that. So then we'll come over here. Okay, and I'm gonna try and dump it all out of this, even if it just comes out of that fitting hole. Just trying to get it as best we can. Let's see what that looks like in there. That looks better, right? Yeah. Let's see if there's a bunch. Nice. Okay, not bad. I don't know if y'all can see it in there, but 99% of it is out. I see one little piece that I'm gonna try and get to come. Okay. Watch out. Okay, cool. So now what we'll do is we'll take that rag that I was using, wipe this down, wipe her down. There she is. Roscoe's just happy to be here. He's just happy I'm home. He's a good doggy. If y'all haven't gone ahead and followed his YouTube channel, go ahead and do that. Golden Life of Roscoe on YouTube. He's got more followers than all of us. So he is a little celebrity. Just trying to get this because this will be the last time this tank really gets any TLC before she sits there for ages. Hopefully this one will last me twice as long. I don't know what the lifespan on these tanks is, you know? Like 3 years is pretty good in my opinion, I guess, for being 275, but honestly I feel like it could go for a long time, a lot longer than that. It shouldn't crack in my opinion. So I don't know how I feel about it. Okay, so our next step now is gonna be, if I take this fitting off, I can, what do I need to do? Let me think this through. If I undo this fitting, I think I can pull everything through and drop it into that new tank. I may have to lift the new tank like here or over it, maybe. I might have to lift it over it. Because what I want to do is just basically slide this one. It's going to be heavy with all this liquid. That's kind of what I'm trying to get at. So I'm trying to figure out how to transfer it best. Let's just get it on there and how we want it. And we'll have, watch out. Have it like this. Like I said, I may undo this and have to push it and put the new one in. Yep. So let's take these apart. Which of course now I'm standing in my own way. But basically I'm gonna take these fittings off of here. With this bracket mount for this vertical tank. Roscoe, stay over here. No. Hey, stay over here. I don't need you getting in that bleach. I may even be able to undo just like a side of this. Should be able to do it by hand now. What would be nice is, what's it cutting into? Where are you? What you doing over there? Okay, so we've got these out and this out, and I have the washer on top. If I could even just, like I said, loosen it just a hair to where loosen it just a hair to where I can turn the this thing. I guess that won't work because there's not enough to pull it out. Whoa. Just gotta take it all the way off. I was hoping I could just turn it, slide it back on. Okay. Hopefully y'all can see what I'm doing over here. go. Get her loose enough to just take off by hand. Nope. Nope, because I'm a weakling. I'm a weakling. I have the nuts that I recommend getting for these are the like non-vibration or whatever. Those things are clutch. So being able to not have to worry about it coming undone on the road or whatever, because it's got the vibration, or it's got the little like wax ring in it. I'll show y'all in a second here. Okay, there she is. Okay, cool. Okay, so this will go on the new tank, like that, and this will sit there like this. So now, let's go ahead and put these fittings and everything over on this one. Hey, stay. You need to stay. Actually gonna put all this in my pocket. So if I ask where it all is, it's in my pocket. Okay, so now what I need to do is take this big bulkhead fitting off of here, which I believe it goes clockwise. It's reverse. So righty tighty, lefty loosey. I don't remember what's in the bottom here. I don't think it'll just fall. I'll just let that go down like that. Okay, and then I'll undo this. There's gonna be some bleach in this line here. What I'll do is I'll get my little bucket. That way I can dump it into there. It's just a little bit, but I don't want it going all over me or anything. I'll put this here like this, and that way I can just pull that tube and drop it into this bucket. Get back up here in our little kingdom. Poor Roscoe's like, come on, let me in there. Oh, almost fell. Forgot that tank ain't mounted. I was using it as leverage. Dang, I was hoping this would work, but nope. Wait, let me think about this for a second. Should I need to transfer this product into this new tank, which would make this old tank easier to move, but I don't want it to bow out and me not be able to slide this new one in first. So I think I'll just have to undo this and then redo it. Great. Forget what these fittings look like on this other side. Yeah. Okay. That's what'll have to happen. I don't know if this is strong enough to do this. For sure it ain't. For sure it ain't. I bought a little wrench for these things because I find that they're kind of tedious. And sometimes sliding a lot of this off is really hard. That's what I've found. Found that this can be kind of difficult sometimes. Sometimes. The hardest part. Oh, she's coming. She's coming. I can't let go of the one that I have my left hand on right here. Okay. And then if I dump this in there, see it's pouring out, but it ain't spilling. Yay. Okay. Next. Take this off. Then I gotta pull this through down here like this. Back up through here. Then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and take this out, drop it all into the here, which I'm telling you, I got a ton of hose in here, so bear with me here. Trying to minimize how much I touch, because this stuff it burns. It burns, man. What can I say? It's bleach. It's like hot. Wash my hands here real quick. Okay, drop it back in. And then I'll end up pulling it back out, but that's okay. Let me put this in like this. Okay. And then let me hold this for a second. And while I hold this, I need this fitting first. Put this back in. Okay, and then I need to hold it from the bottom here. And I'm just tightening this banjo fitting onto here. And I'm gonna get it to seat how I would like it, which is like this. And he put the hole for me where he thought it would be better for me, which I really appreciate. So now let's tighten this. Let's tighten this like that. Stay. Roscoe Dash. Hey. Come here. He ain't listening. He sees my neighbor. He don't listen to me. He's a good boy until he doesn't want to be. Okay, and that's on good. And I'm good with that. And we're dropped in there. Let's go rescue the dog real quick. Not rescue him, but he's freaking over here. Loving owner. Let's go see. Roscoe. Oh my gosh. He does not listen to me. I was filming a video and I was like, stay. To no avail.
I'm not staying.
Breaking the law. My tank had a crack in it, my bleach tank, while I was on the job, so I had to buy a new one, so I'm in the process of replacing it. So yeah, I was able to at least get that job done.
Yeah.
And not waste as much, because I was like, what am I gonna do, drive all the way back to the store while it's leaking the whole way there, and like that's money. It was the bleach tank, not the water tank. So I was like, let me just try and get this job done. I just didn't know if the leak was gonna be faster than how much it was gonna take. I was like, crap.
Right.
But I was able to get it done. So then now I was like, well, I'll just make a video of me replacing it.
Yeah.
Hopefully. Yeah, where'd he go? He went on the side of your house.
I don't think we have enough mushrooms.
Yeah, what the heck? Where'd you get all these?
I know. We used to have a magic mushroom ring.
Roscoe.
What's he doing? Checking the...
I don't know. Well, Buttercup was there, so that makes me think that he didn't come by. He's got to be somewhere in there.
I got some.
Yeah, he went back through there. This is why I should have left him inside. Roscoe.
I don't know if this is gonna...
He's probably got himself.
And I haven't gotten around to making one for you.
Oh, this is cute.
So don't get it wet too much because the panel...
Oh, look at that B&G pressure.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I didn't know how big she would be though.
Yeah, her wrist is about my size. We have about the same size wrist.
Okay.
It's a little bit bigger than yours.
Yes, that's tight.
Yeah, just a hair bit bigger though.
Okay.
Not too much bigger.
Which is kind of average.
What were you doing
All
over
right.
there? Oh, you were drinking
Because that
water.
might be too small for her. But
Yeah, this is cute though. Thank you.
sure. You want to go inside, don't you? Hey, let me put a cart on you and I'll
Yeah, I know.
I think I keep the next,
Hey.
right?
Yeah, to bring in the groceries.
Yeah.
He likes to watch.
Like to go and see what you got.
Hey, come on.
Look at where you need
Well, thank you. Thank you for this. You're gonna be in my video.
Sorry.
Go watch yourself on YouTube.
Right? Sorry.
Hey, come on, come on, come on. I gotta convince him that it's a good idea to go back inside. Go, 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 go. Because I need to do this. I was in the middle of making a video for y'all. She's nice though, this is cute. It says my company's name on it. Sweet. We got the best neighbors. So now that I have this in here, what I need to do is shimmy this tank out of here and drop the new one in. I believe that's our next process. I'm gonna shimmy this way, drop the new one in, and then I'll drop this line into this one to pull all this product out of here. So that's where we're at. I'll put all my tools right here. But we got this fitting in, and we got the hose dropped in, and everything is where we want it. So let's see if we can. I don't know how easy this will be. Oh, it's moving. I'm telling you, it's a lot lighter than 55 gallons of bleach, that's for sure. Put this here for now. Okay, don't follow me. Okay, we're almost clear. Okay. Oh, you know he's pissed at me for just running him inside like that. He's like, come on, daddy. I was having fun. Okay, so now we're gonna drop the new tank in right here where this one was sitting. Which, give me a second. Let me make this a little bit lighter on myself. Okay, trying to figure out how to get the best grip on this thing. Yeah. Okay, she's in. She's in. Okay, so now what we do is we'll set this plate back over here like this. Line this up how we want it. Get this hose out from under it so she lays flat. Okay, like that. Like that. This tank is actually a little bit taller than the one I had. I just noticed that. We may end up needing I don't know. Let's see how long these bolts are. I wasn't even thinking that. Let's see how long these bolts are. This one's gonna be pushing it. Yeah, gonna need longer bolts. We'll have to pick this video up tomorrow probably. I can at least get the chemical transferred over for y'all and stuff. But look, this I'll show y'all from thread side. Like, this side has enough to catch, but the other side for sure doesn't. Yeah, the other side for sure doesn't. Which I have. Let me double check I don't have just some longer one of these. Lord knows I got a little bit of everything in here. When I was first building the trailer, I bought so much extra little parts and stuff because you're like unsure if you'll need this or that. And sometimes it pays to have, see, like these I know are longer, but are they long enough? No, they're the same size, I think. Dang it. Yeah, same size. So I basically need like the size bigger than this, which are, what are these? Come on, you don't put the size on it. Let me double check. check before we have to go buy stuff. Sometimes I got stuff in here. Dang, I wasn't even thinking that. I honestly thought that tank was the same exact. It's a hair bit taller. I guess I didn't really measure. I just saw that it was a 55-gallon tank and I was like, yes, one of those please. See all these other extra fittings I have, but nothing I need. I thought about earlier taping that tank up too, but I don't have a good like plug seal tape or anything. If y'all know of any good like tapes or something, I would maybe hold a leak, like a flex seal type thing, just temporary, you know. I would say that was something that I would want to get next time. I would look for, to be honest, because that is one of the big things that we were looking for when that tank started leaking, was a way to like plug the hole for the immediate stop, you know, at least. I think I have some more fittings back in here. I really just need one tall one, but I don't need a screw, but I need it this long. So what is the length on this? It's 1/4 inch by 1.5 inch. So I need 1.5 inch stainless bolts like this. If I don't have any, which I have some stuff, but these are not what I need though. I don't need screws. Alright y'all, we're gonna have to dig into the past over here. This is the old toolbox back in here. I'm just trying to make sure we don't have any more. This is the fittings. No. Nothing over here. What is this? Flag screws. Dang. See, these are the... I don't need screws though. I need bolts. I need 1/4. Right. Right. No. I need like 1/2 inch by 1.5 inch. Like, why doesn't this tell me what it is on it? Yeah. Okay, y'all. Well, we don't seem to have what I was looking for. So I'm gonna have to go to the store. Dang. I was really hoping I wouldn't have to do any of that. I thought I could just plug and play. But we don't want this to be Jimmy rigged, you know? We'd rather it be correct. So I think we'll have to pick up once I get the screws. Let me double check. Don't have anything over here. These are my pile of random stuff. I know I'm a little disorganized, but you know it is what it is. Oh look, I think this would have been the bit. That would have been the bit. Okay. Well, I don't think I have what I need, but I need to go there and make sure that I need this, but a 1/2 inch longer. And I'm gonna get 2 of those so that I can do this tank. What I can do is get this product out of here for y'all, and that's what I'll do. And then I'll end up picking this video back up probably first thing in the morning. This is a simple thing. All I had left to do basically is put these in and mount it. Like, put this in, tighten it, and then I'm gonna transfer the chemical, which I can do that part right now. So I think that's what I'll do for y'all. And this should just be able to fit right back onto itself like that. And I'll do it like this, and then I can pull this hose clamp back up here. I didn't even have to take it off. And then I will hose clamp it right here. So we'll use our little wrench right here. This one you can actually hand tighten for a while. But we'll just clamp it back where it was, because that was a good little seal where it had it. And then we'll just tighten this. Tighten. Ooh, that's nice. Look at that. Don't even have to undo it to tighten it. You want to do it tight, but not too tight. I don't want to crack the actual fitting. Okay, which I believe these are all 1/2 inch, so 1/2 inch into 1/2 inch, and this was a 1 inch bulkhead, I believe, down to a 1/2 inch, and then everything in there is what you saw. So I'm gonna drop this into this tank, and I'm gonna pull straight bleach through this line so that I can transfer as majority of the product that I can out of here and not waste any. And that's kind of where we're at right now. So let's go ahead and do that, and we'll make sure that this fitting is good and isn't leaking. And so now I'm gonna touch this thing again, which obviously isn't ideal, but I'm so thankful that I put an extra long hose in here, and I would recommend this for anybody, because I didn't see this anywhere online, but I found that, like, to be able to draw more chemical, or if you have an extra tank, or like right now I have a 55-gallon tank, but sometimes I need 100 gallons of bleach on these big commercial jobs, and it's just like such a lifesaver to be able to put it in and just drop it in. And now the key is to get it to pull, which that I might have to push. I gotta get that fitting to take on some liquid, but somehow to weigh this fitting down would be nice. I know I usually have like a I forget what they call them. It's like this. Yeah, I might just have to stay here and do this while I do that, but trying to get it to take on. Once it starts taking on liquid, it'll hold itself down at the bottom, but until then it kind of keeps air in the line and likes to pull. But that should be good like that for now. And I'll keep this like that. I really don't want that to fall in there, to be honest. Okay, so I'll put this here for a second. What I need to do now is get chemical pulling through here, and we'll make it sure it's straight bleach. So we'll turn the water off. We'll turn the banjo valve back here onto straight bleach, so it should just pull straight product now. And what we're gonna do is we'll get it to where it's, I don't even need this fitting on it. We'll get it to where it's pulling chemical. So turn the pump on first. We'll get it to where it's pulling chemical first, and then we'll drop it in here and just kind of let it go for a minute. That way we transfer and don't lose any product. And I was worried earlier that I was going to be losing, you know, so much product, because I was just going to have to waste it. So this is the best case scenario, and we're just kind of waiting until this pulls bleach through the line, which should be fairly soon. We'll start to see it here in a second. Just clearing the line. But see how much water is actually in the line before product comes through? So I always like to try and like pull water out of it on the way to wherever I'm about to start cleaning. That way when I get there, it's not a bunch of just standing around like this waiting for it to come into the line. Which it should be coming bleach here soon. Usually it's about 45 seconds of like straight rah-rah. Come on. I think it's having trouble grabbing in that one tank because it's kind of floating at the top. Fitting isn't sitting at the bottom correctly. Well, it's not grabbing it the way it should here. Because it should have moved on to bleach by now. So we may have to just pin this down somehow. I'm trying to think, what do I have that's like heavy that I don't mind being bleach covered, that I could tie to it to keep it down but not ruin whatever it is. Come on. Yeah. Give me a second. We gotta figure this out. Something I can tie it to pull it down. That's heavy enough. Not worry about it. What would y'all use? Something heavy. What do I have that's like stainless? I need either like a stainless fitting, something bulky and heavy, like this would work. I think could work. This could work. Let's see what we can see with it first. Yeah, see, y'all can't see it, but it's just floating at the top down up here. What happens if I keep it submerged? See, I think it's having trouble because it wasn't plumbed, so it's having to like struggling on drawing it through the line here. I can see it not, like, you can tell that it's not even pulling it through. She wants to. Just can't get her to. Never had this problem before. should we do here? Usually I don't have a problem with transferring it like this. I thought this would be the easy part. I can just tell it's struggling to draw it through all this line. I think it's too much sometimes. Let's try that. He's coming. Slowly. I was also thinking it might be, I think I know what it is. I think the orifice isn't small enough here to create the suction, or it's like too big of an orifice. So like water, it's able to easily drain it, but when it comes to like product, it doesn't want to. It needs like a tight hole to piss out of. I think it should start to pull. I can just lay on this line and maneuver it. I know once it starts going, it'll be fine. It's kind of like siphoning. You gotta just get it going. No, you want to. I think what I'll do is I'll just keep this pinched like this. So I see it start to grab. It would just go, and then I can play with this with both hands and try and shimmy it around. I don't know, yeah. I don't know why she's still on. I can't even tell that she wants to yet. Not. Is it this? Is there something here that could be fixed? Looks like this part that's straight on. Like what happens if I turn it 50-50? Water on. Even bleach on water on it should be pulling water through this line here. There it goes. There it goes. Okay. See, now it's pulling at least water through. So let me at least get the bleach plumbed up through it. Water. And now bleach is pulling through and we can see. And then I'm gonna cut the water off. Cut the water off. And now it should just be, should start to just pull product through. I should just let it be. I should just start to pull. Dude, it's got to try and pull it all through the line too. That's the thing. But she's trying. Look at her trying. I'll just let her keep going for now. Okay. So now she's transferring. What we had to end up doing is turning the water on a little bit to create the suction to pull enough power of the bleach or pressure or whatever to like siphon the line basically. And now she's got the bleach coming through. As you can see, the line over here is full. She should start beginning to transfer. Should start to see it fill up down here on this little one. You can see she's got like an inch of it. But we're basically just trying to drain this tank so that we don't waste as much product in here. And then tomorrow when I go to the supply store, I'll be able to just top off and not have to worry about all that. But I'll probably chop up that video so you don't have to watch me fiddle as much. But and then part of it is troubleshooting, you know, and figuring out what is wrong and what's going on. And I think sometimes that's kind of what y'all like too, is like the realness of it, not sitting there cutting out all the bullshit or all the back and forth, or the like going to talk to the neighbor, or like trying to figure out why it's not drawing product. Like those are all things that actually happen on the jobs, you know. So I feel like it's better sometimes to show those things so that people know the realness behind it, because I didn't know what was going wrong there and why I wasn't pulling through. But then I started thinking, I'm like, it just doesn't have enough in it, because I'm trying to just pull from one valve. So I created enough suction in there to where at least it's plumbed, and now you can see it's starting to slowly pull up. So we're gonna let that work for a while, and it'll just pull all this, and it's dropping it into there. And then once we're done with getting as much product as we can out of this one, what we'll do is we will drop that tube back in here and then put the lid on it, and that'll be good to go. But we will still have to mount the tank, which, like I said, I have to go to Home Depot and get a 1.5 inch of the valves. You can see this tank was built in 2022. So, I mean, it's newer, but it's not as new as my other one. Well, I meant my other one wasn't that old either. That's what I was trying to say. So I don't know why it cracked. I don't know. I'm praying this one will last at least as long as that other one did, but sometimes you just don't know, and you just got to deal with what it is. So we're slowly starting to get there now. What's nice about these tanks is, I don't know if y'all can see it, but they have like the fill line on them here, so you can tell how much is in it. It says 55 gallons right here. It's kind of hard to read. I think my other one is actually easier to read. I don't know. Oh no, it's on the other side. You can't really tell. I believe they're the same brand though of tank. But now y'all know. And we'll have to get a new Bleach sticker. We have these to let people know what product is in here. But I think we can put our tools away for now, because we're not going to be able to completely finish tonight. So I might leave the tools I need on the trailer. Where I need them. I need this, and then I have the rest in my pockets. No, I don't. Put it up here. Ooh. And then we need these, and the 2 washers. Like I said, one side would work, but the other side wouldn't, so we just need to make sure we go get this size fitting. I'll put both washers on here. But these are the fittings I was talking about though, so y'all can see them. See how they have like this wax ring in them? That's considered like no vibration bolts or whatever. And I find that these are really helpful because I haven't had anything really come loose, knock on wood. So that's really a huge selling point for me, in my opinion, is the fact that nothing has come undone yet. It shows that they aren't vibrating, because I was kind of worried about stuff rattling loose as you drive down the road, you know, or hit things and all that. So none of that has occurred, so that is a positive. Whew. I may end up taking Roscoe up to Home Depot with me and doing this, because I may just pick up this video. It's only like 2:30, 3:30, and I kind of want to get it done so I'm not sitting here worrying about it tomorrow. And tomorrow I can just go get product and not have to sit there and worry. But man, my hands and my arms are fried because I've been just touching bleach all morning, fighting with this. Ideally, you don't touch your product, you know what I'm saying? Because all I know is sodium hypochlorite kills organics, or I think it like destroys the carbon molecule. I think that is what is happening. And yeah, humans have carbon in them too, so I feel that shit. But it's okay. And look, I'm almost through 1 jug of soap. Finally, I've had this soap for like a year. Doesn't take much soap, to be honest. I'll put this back. I want to keep this bowl because I want to take it to the store and make sure that I get the ones that are longer. That way we can show them what we need here. And then this stuff will go back in my tank. I want to dump this out and lay this rag out. Let this rag drain. Honestly, don't want it to drain on that. I know what I can do. Hang her by the stick. Just let it sit over here. Sit up under this. Like that, Sheila. Okay, let's see how we're doing. I think we've pulled like almost 10 gallons worth. So 10 gallons at $2 a pop, so at least 20 bucks we've already saved. And I'll have a new lid, because I've driven off without this lid before that goes to this tank. I've driven off and I've had to go back 20 minutes back to go get it, but you know what I'm saying? You gotta do what you gotta do. I'll let that go. Let that keep going. What I think I'll do is I'll disconnect the trailer for now. That way we can run up to Home Depot And I can finish this tonight. So I don't really want to have to come back and do it tomorrow. So we'll unhook the trailer and we'll run to Home Depot with Roscoe. We'll pick up some lunch. We'll go and get these bolts and then we'll drop them in. And we should be done with this. So nothing too crazy, but I'll probably clip the video and just show y'all what we end up, how we end up doing it. I know this is kind of, these talkthroughs, like I don't ever really plan anything out. I'm kind of just doing it organically. So I know it's not the most structured or most methodical or like most efficient video. I know some of y'all will probably get annoyed, but if you stick with me, you'll get it figured out, you know. That's all I can say. Okay, that's good there. So we'll unhook this and this. Okay. And this is unhooked now. Let's see where we're at product wise. Boom. Okay, and I can shut this. I'm gonna keep this screw in my pocket. Ooh, I almost tried to throw it in there. I needed to put this back in there. Once I'm pretty comfortable with whatever I feel like it got out, like I know it's not gonna get every drop out, you know, but once I'm pretty comfortable with how much has been drawn out, which it's already more than halfway, which is really nice. So we'll let it just kind of fiddle out and finish doing its thing, and we will be done. Nothing too crazy here though. We got a new tank and at least that problem is solved, because that's a big part of, like, you know what I'm saying? That is my business. This tank, without this tank I have no business. So sometimes you just have to bite the bullet. You don't really have an option. If you want to stay operating in business, you got to know that sometimes these things are going to come and you just got to deal with them. Hopefully y'all will enjoy that little video of me trying to do that roof wash in like record time, because I was sitting there worried, like I was a race against time on, is the leak going to leak out faster than I can finish cleaning the roof? Am I going to be up here and then run out of product? Like, what's going to happen? And I was able to get it done. And like I said, we have what I'm transferring out of here now is what was left after all that. But I was able to do 2 roof washes off of this tank, which was about 800 bucks, something like that. And then the cost of chemical, which was about 100 to fill this. So that would leave us at 700, and then the new tank was 300. So that would leave us at $400. So we made about 400 bucks this week so far, after all of our little expenses that we had to deal with. So one roof wash paid for the other, basically, which is fine. We're getting there. And see, I don't know if y'all can see this tank that I had. It's it had rusted. I had a fitting in there that was, I thought it was stainless, but some of these fittings that these companies sell as stainless, I don't think they actually are. But anyway, it rusted out in here, and it actually, I think it was stainless, but I think that it has to be titanium for it to not rust over time, especially if it's sitting in product. But you can see there's like orange tint to the tank. That's because, I'm telling you, at one point I came out and the tank was just black, and I was like, what is going on? And it ended up just being like the rust from the fittings. So I don't run any fittings inside now. I just put the tube on the things, and it's good enough. And then the one time I came out to this tank and it was black again, and I was like, what, there's no fittings, like what's going on? The O-ring to the lid that fits around this part right here had fallen off and fell into the tank. And so then it was another scenario where I had to undo the fitting for this one. I had to take everything off, took the tank out, had to dump everything out of it because every time I would fill up, it would still just be black. So I ended up, when I had like this much left, dumped everything out and rinsed it all out. Saw the fitting at the bottom and I was like, that's what happened. Or the O-ring at the bottom, I was like, that's what happened. And then basically put it all back. But yeah, somewhere right in here, there's a crack in this tank. Unfortunate, because I can't even tell where it is. So it's annoying. But these tanks, they bow out. I don't know if you can tell, but like at the bottom, like even with no liquid in this one, like it goes like this, you know, which I don't like at all, because it's like skinny right here, but at the thing, it bows out. I'm hoping that this new tank is a better design. It is a hair bit taller, but I'm hoping it is a better design and that it'll last a lot longer. We're getting there. She's still pulling. You can see her in there spraying perfect. And the fitting down in here, I don't know if y'all can see it, but she's sitting under the water line, which is good, and she's drawing in. And then this over here, she's pulling in. She's put some product right down in there. That's money, baby. Liquid gold. And this is the lid to our new tank, which has no O-ring in it, which is okay, because I don't have one in mine either. But you know what I'm saying. I think my old lid is in better condition than this one is. Looks like it got scraped on something. Let it keep going a little bit more to get as much as we can out of it. Like I could sit there and try and pour it out of that fitting right there, but I think I'll just pull this tank, and whatever I don't end up being able to pull out, it is what it is, you know. I'm not going to worry about getting every single little drop out of here. Could spend all day doing that. And I don't need my trailer. I'll pull this out over here and I'll just set the stuff that goes. I usually like to carry a pump-up sprayer, some extra soap, because I still batch mix my soap. I don't I don't have a separate soap tank. This was supposed to be a dedicated soap tank. I probably still could make it one. I don't know what I did with that. That was going to be like a downstream tank. It just sits on the trailer now, to be honest. But it has a little bit of bleach in it still. Old bleach, at least a year old. But this was going to be my soap tank, basically. And I probably still could end up doing that. I just haven't got around to it. I have the line right here. But basically you would plumb this into there to pull soap, and then you could like moderate how much soap you're pulling. But I've never got around to that. But I could see how it would be useful, because sometimes when I'm doing a driveway after batch mixing for like a house wash, like I'll have a ton of soap in here, and ideally you're not putting so much soap on the concrete because you don't really need it on a flat surface. It's mostly for like vertical or slanted surfaces like a roof, where you would want a little bit of that cling so that the product stays on the surface that you're cleaning. We're getting close here. I think we're gonna start hearing it like start to pull water through. Look at that. Oh my gosh, we almost got all of it. That is awesome. That is what we were trying to do. So at least one thing has worked out for us today. It took a second to get it to start drawing, but it's gonna start being air bubbles in the line because of that, what I just did. Trying to keep it under. She's dang near got all of it though. She's almost pulled it all. I don't know if y'all can see in there, but there's just a hair bit left down at the bottom. See all that rust though that had gone and built up itself on this tank? So maybe it's a good thing that I'm moving on from old Sheila. She did me right. She did me right. She made me thousands of dollars. And that's all you could ask for, you know? There's a broken, see my broken fitting is in there. I see it down there. Okay, I think that's good. Okay, so what we're gonna do now is switch it over to water. So now it's, boom, this on, water's off. We're gonna pull water on and turn it to water on. So now it's gonna start just pulling water through this. And everything that comes through this hose now is gonna be water. We'll let it do its thing for just a second. There's probably about, like I said, about 30 more seconds of actual bleach in the line. And then it'll be water, so let's give it. You can just hear the pressure's up on it. Okay, that's it, that's water. Don't want to dilute it now. So now what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna let it do its thing. Now I'm just gonna rinse the pump basically. Oh, come on, that's not supposed to do that. It's just because, like I said, I was batch mixing for a roof wash, so there's a ton of soap in the line. So even though this is water, there's still like soap throughout this line that it's like pulling through. So ends up looking like there's a ton of bleach on the ground, but really this is just soap and water. I mean, some of it I'm sure is bleach, but makes it look like there's a ton pouring out when I know there ain't. Just let that go for a second. There we go. Okay, we'll let that go for a second. I can drop this line back in here. So we got the pump rinsing out now because it just pulled straight product for a couple minutes. I gotta drop this line back in here. This will be the last step besides mounting it with the screws that I need to run to Home Depot for. But yeah, this will drop back in here like this, and then I need to make sure that that goes to the bottom. Make sure this, what? Oh, because I lifted the trailer up. I was like, what the fuck? It's got lodged in there. But basically I'm just making sure that this touches the ground now. Which it will over time. It'll pull itself down. Okay, cool. And if I end up having to do it, I know how to do it now too. Let's rinse this out. Oh, stupid. Stupid. Okay, and then we got this lid. So let me leave this here for now. Okay. Then we got our new lid. Let's pull this old tank off. Old tank is off. Let's put this here for now. And I can put the old lid on there. Let's see, there was like an O-ring right here. It's no longer there. See how much this tank is just worn over time though? I don't know if you can tell a date on it. But like I said, hopefully this new one will be a little bit better. You can tell that like the top was a separate piece. This looks like it was all one piece. So I'm hoping that this one or that one over there is a little bit better. See if we can clear out a spot for this tank. To have a spot to have it. I think I can drop it in right here. I could just drop it in. Drop it in. That would be nice. Right there. And I don't want to throw it out, you know. Or at least I'm gonna keep the lid. Because I looked up the lids, they're like $40. So I can at least have the lid. Or if I ever lose my other one, you know. And we'll just kind of leave that there, like that. And that'll just be, it'll just have to be. But problem should be fixed now. New tank isn't cracked. So you can tell it looks a lot better. It looks nicer. I could put this back on there. Nice. And so all we'll have to do is wrench the bolts once we get the new sizes. I think we just picked out what we needed. We had to make sure that it was going to be stainless, which are the yellow stainless. We had these in it, the 1/2 inch 5/16, but we're going to get the next size up, which is the 1.5 inch. What I didn't care for is this part right here. I don't know if y'all can see this, but this little like extra lip with no threads. I don't know how that's gonna work, but we're gonna have to just try it out and pray G. And we got them right here, and this is the one we brought. But we'll see how this works out, and hopefully this will be all we need. So stay tuned.
Thank you for shopping at the Home Depot.
$2. We're gonna be able to get this tank finished before nightfall, which will be ideal. Because then that means the problem didn't really cost us any work time or missing any jobs or having to reschedule or anything like that. So we got everything that we needed, just left Home Depot, and we're gonna go back home and finish mounting this tank now. We got these bad boys, so stay tuned for when we get back. Okay, let me put these in, and I need my wrench. This one. Okay. So let's see if we can get this done real quick so we don't have to really worry about it later. This should work. So what we'll do... Oh, gotta go find my other vibration nut now too. I was just thinking that. I think it might be in my pocket. Yes, it is. Okay, cool. And these are the same size. So this should be long enough, because this is what we were working with and it wasn't going to work. Like, it'll work on that side, but this tank was a little taller than my last. So these should work. So we'll do the washer, and then we'll drop it in. Nice. There we go. Okay, and we'll do the same with this other one. I don't know if I should use The long one on this? Okay. Gotta do the washer on this side too. It's about to sprinkle and it's getting dark, so I was trying to race against time here. Basically just trying to set these holes first, so then I can just tighten them both at the same time. Well, not at the same time, but be able to be quick about it. Okay, and then let's screw this bolt on. Get this tight. And then I need to do this other side here. Okay. Now, we can just hold this like this. Should be able to do the rest of it with this thing. Okay, and we'll just keep going until we get it nice and tight. I'm just trying to still got quite a ways to go. Still got a little bit more. So I was thinking maybe I could just do it like this. There we go. Ooh. Could have been my toe, was it? Okay, we'll do that one for now, so we get this one completely in. Okay, we're just doing the same thing right here. Tightening it. I'm trying to get it snug with this tank. I'm just thinking I want it. There we go, like that. That way it's tight up, not tight up against it, but well, honestly, I might leave it just a hair bit of slack, actually. Can always tighten it more if I need to. That way there's some breathing room on this tank. I was thinking maybe if I had it too close to the other, that it might have was causing it to bow out more. This should be good. Just keep going now. Get it nice and snug. Roscoe's watching me in the car over there. Almost got it. One more good tighten on it. Okay. That's good on there. That's good on there. Nice. Okay, and that feels pretty secure. Cool. I'll do one tighten on this just to finish her up. So you don't want it to be too tight on the top of the tank either. Cool. Okay guys, I think that is everything. I think she's mounted now nicely. Tank opens up fine. She's plumbed, everything is plumbed. Everything is good. She's nice and secure now. She doesn't rock or wobble. looks good. And we are back in business. So we didn't end up losing any work time and workflow, which is good. And we were able to get this new tank mounted in, and she looks good. And she's mounted upright. And she should last us a while. So that's kind of how we swap out tanks. And I'm glad y'all were able to at least watch me deal with that problem, because that was not on the books for the day, but it's something that had to be done. I had noticed the crack last week and was kind of monitoring it, and the second I was like filling it up with liquid this morning, I kind of could tell. I was like, man, adding more chemical to this is just going to cause this hairline crack to end up forcing more liquid out of it, because the more liquid that's in it, the more that's going to push on that little crack. I'm going to try and connect the trailer now. Okay. I think we got her there. Nice. I'm gonna just drop it down and get her back in the garage. And we are done. I don't even have to pull it up too much, because I'm just gonna unhook it again, and I'm not even gonna bother doing the brake cable or anything. I should be able to just get her in. Should be enough clearance there. Cool. Let's put what we had on the trailer back on. Put my hose back in here. Bleach all over it. Now I got it on me again. But that's okay. Part of it. It's just part of it, man. It's just part of working with bleach. Soaps. Okay, got my pump up there. All I need is my bucket. I think this has got rust remover in it. Okay, all I need is my bucket. Okay, we'll put our bucket back like that. Put this in there and put that in there. Okay, and we're all mounted up. And I always keep this extra tube, and I'll keep this little stick. Okay. Move this back here. Let's just back the trailer in now. All we gotta do is back her up and put her in. We got the new tank. We got everything back on the trailer how it was. You can't even tell that it's a new tank, to be honest. But that's how we want it, and everything's plumbed back up. We were able to transfer the old chemical into the new tank, so we didn't even lose out on that, which is like, it's probably like $30 worth of product, so that's good. And we were able to get the job done today, and we didn't have to cancel or reschedule any jobs. So we basically had the best worst case scenario, and we're able to kind of problem solve and get everything handled. So that's kind of how we replumb and replace a 55-gallon vertical bleach tank, and hopefully that helps somebody. I don't know if it did, but that's kind of just what I was dealing with today, and I documented it for y'all, and hopefully you enjoy it. So thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Peace.